All right. It's been 1 year since we announced to my Facebook page that we are divorcing, and the reason for, well, what came to surface through that process. And because it wasn't really the reason, different story, different day. I don't know. I've just been thinking, I just want to do this. Like, I want to read it out loud. I've only read it out loud once since our split, and it was pretty tender. So I'm going to just read it. Last night, Jacob and I spent the evening together in celebration of our 21 years of marriage. We got tattoos, had a fancy dinner downtown. We've never been more united or connected. It is deep and special, and I wish this kind of love and trust for all to experience. And we're filing for divorce, as we are lovingly working through the steps of our legal dissolution. I'm so very torn on how to share this. I'm numb and nauseous, staring at the computer screen. I want to report every detail and feeling I've recorded over the last few weeks, because it is a life or death matter to me. This could help or save someone. And I also want to keep Jacob and my babies safe, private, and secure for all of time. Selfishly, like all my big life moments, sharing brings healing to me. So here I tread, somewhere in the middle for now. After years of what was a picture-perfect storybook experience, a painful, slow death of love, as we knew it started, maybe around 5 years ago when I was diagnosed with breast cancer. My marriage was never the same after breast cancer. I've often painfully wondered, God, I forgot about this. Was I meant to actually die? How could this be? I had changed for the better on every level. 2019 was a huge pivot. It was the season of my life where I unapologetically discovered who I was, leaving behind my people-pleasing, mold-fitting habits in order to live loudly, advocate boldly, and chase joy in humanity. We get one shot at this life, and I was effing mine up by staying still in spaces that hindered growth. It was literally killing me with tanked mental health and eventually a tumor. These awakenings had me finally giving the middle finger to evangelical harm, boy, I did not hold back, and bullshit, and any social, cultural barriers I had lost battles to time and time again. I stopped hesitating when it came to my dreams, skills, and callings, I said. I was free to be me, and I am. And if only my beloved partner could have experienced the same. We quickly uprooted and moved our family across the state to Minneapolis in 2020 to give all of us a chance to grow and thrive in our unique and diverse ways. Except Jacob didn't thrive. He couldn't. As the kids and I acclimated and grew in our broad and exciting new urban surroundings with endless possibilities, a cement barrier made up of remnants of 90s purity Jesus freak, I kiss dating goodbye culture, damning teachings from the church, and so much fear, shame, and doubt continued to build in his soul, masking his truths. It all remained hidden down so deep, Jacob himself could barely recognize its existence. Needle in a haystack. He only knew the hurt and pain. To be trapped in your own soul is probably the worst thing for anyone. The loneliness and suppression were this close to killing my husband by suicide. As our clearly empty marriage was heading to an inevitable bitter end recently, we finally took time to be extremely honest, vulnerable, and open in a way that was different, gentle, and sacred. something no therapist has been able to draw out. We had nothing else to lose. Slowly, over the course of a couple days, through front porch and back deck, quiet so the kids don't hear chats, hints of that hidden portion of my dear husband's soul started to emerge. You can trust me, Jacob. It's me. Like a delicate dig for age-old dinosaur bones. God, I forgot I wrote all this. We started to brush and carve away at the lies and the misbeliefs within. What began to emerge surprised us both, and we lovingly embraced every piece we found, grief and joy swirling together. I don't want to hurt you, he said through tears. Keep sharing, you're healing me too, I replied. Through tears and hugs, you're my best friend. I love you. To love you is to let you go and thrive, Jacob. The pictures on the wall will never change. We had an amazing 20 plus years. The next decades will be different but better. You need to step into who you were created to be. The soul-sucking cement barriers and thick, dark fog left us to... Oh, God. I'm a Timberwolves fan. Left us faster than Anthony Edwards runs down the Target Center court. It was very wonderful. We could see each other and ourselves again, reborn. I watched life enter my husband for the first time in years or ever. He emerged like a genie from a bottle. His eyes had light again. He stood taller instantly. And the delicate instruments in our dig shifted to dynamite and heavy machinery as the urgent chase for certainty and confirmation in our discovery began. We found so much happiness and truth. I was watching a miracle in real time. I know God is smiling and so effing proud. I'm censoring here. After barely looking at each other in the face for the last few years, we have stayed up belly laughing, reflecting, sharing and dreaming for hours, shopping and hanging out in our free time and thriving in our commonalities. Just as we did in our first days and weeks together dating in 2001. Forgiveness and grace woven through it all. Renewal. And best friends forever. Then I wrote, nothing will honor our original marriage vows better than moving forward with our divorce and living separately. In solid partnership, we are confidently and joyfully recommitting to honor, trust, and love each other until the end of time. It's very best friends and soulmates. Laser focused on our family and our collective well-being. For me, it'll be as a single woman, open to new romantic exploration after a time of deep healing and further self-discovery. For Jacob, it'll be out in the queer community, navigating new freedom and joy I only wish he would have had decades ago, and continuing to heal wounds too. While grief still lingers and erupts, we are wildly excited that our children get to see us laugh again, and to cherish and delight in each other again, stronger and louder than ever. We're beginning a beautiful co-parenting journey, rich in intentional and loving collaboration that we believe will serve our children better than we ever could have imagined. So many good things ahead. Thank you for your care, respect, kindness, and consideration during this time. I do, always, just rewritten, Partners for Life. Happy 21st anniversary, our last as legally wed, but first as being whole and entirely certain. I love you, Jacob, until the end of time, just as you are, and I hope you all will too. Happy Pride Month. Be free and proud. Love, Kate. I cry more now than I did back then about it. I don't know why. I think when you're in something like that, you're like in survival mode and you're just like, I said, like with cancer, it's like you're just like tossed in the middle of this ocean and you're like with like weights on your legs and you're like working really hard to stay above water. And you're just doing it instinctively, like you just have to survive. And then it's like when life settles down and you're okay again, it's like you look back and you're like, holy shit, did I just do that? Like that was wild what I just did, what we just did. Anyways, thanks.